Welcome to day 5 of the course. I hope you're enjoying everything so far and you're learning a lot. In this section of the course, we will focus on protecting your recovery seed. Your recovery seed is your backup in case you lose access to your wallet and you have to restore your private keys. We will go over a DIY project, which I'm pretty excited about, and we'll also show you different ways in which you can store your valuable seed phrases. We will see you in the next video. Welcome to this video. What I want to do now is do a quick breakdown of my metal recovery seed, not only how to make it, but also some different options for you as well. As you may know by now, when you create a cryptocurrency wallet, you have your private and public keys stored onto your wallet. When you have your cryptocurrencies on an online exchange like Binance, the company, they own your private keys. So really you don't have full custody of them. When you go to setting up something like a Ledger Model S or something like a Trezor Model T, what you want to do is recover your phrase. Or if you're setting up a wallet on your phone, something like a hot wallet, that's what you want to do. Now, what a lot of people will do is they'll write it down on a piece of paper, maybe put it in a safe. But I have one of the best alternatives in order to secure and really back up your recovery phrase. So again, what most people will do is just write this down on a piece of paper, but there are some issues. Let me go over some of the issues. Number one, you may lose the piece of paper. It's piece of paper, it may get lost, and that could be very damaging if you lose your hardware wallet or if you lose your phone. What do you do in that scenario? Not only can you lose your piece of paper, but you could also have water damage. So this could be you just spilling water and messing up one of the words. This could be having it in a very humid room. So many bad things can happen. So that's why I want to create this video. You have to be able to read your recovery seed phrase properly and be able to see which word. And I know it sounds simple, but you cannot mess this up. You don't want to play any games. If you are investing into cryptocurrencies, if you have projects that you love, this is a very simple way to lose all your crypto. Now, the other one is going to be a fire. So I've looked into this quite a bit, probably too much, but I've been thinking about this. I have thousands of dollars stored onto my hardware wallets. I've got 3 of them. How do I combat all these issues, including fire? If there's a house fire, a piece of paper will melt, and if I lose that, and if the device gets melted, what do I do? That's where I came to the conclusion that I need to write down my words on something metal. And in fact, the best way to do it is to write down your words on stainless steel. In another video, we're going to show you different options on where you can buy something similar to this. But in this video, this is a DIY project. So let's go into the steps on how I created this beautiful metal recovery seed. Step number 1, you want to set up your hardware wallet. This could also be a recovery phrase for a wallet that's on your phone, like a hot wallet, or maybe even an Exodus account. So once you get your words, for example, I have my 24 words, then I have it on a piece of paper. That's where you should start. So I actually did this with my Ledger S. These are recovery words for my Ledger. So how did I go about this? Well, number 1, you have to get the right parts. So what you're gonna need are stainless steel 1/4-inch washers. So that's what I have here. And you want to make sure that you don't get the zinc, you get stainless steel. The reason you want to do this is because most house fires are going to be from 150 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas these melt at 300 degrees, so you're more than fine. If you have zinc, you could have issues. So we even put this to the test. As you can see, the paper melted, but this did not. So in the case of a house fire, I would be fine if I had this in my room. So because I have a 24-word recovery phrase, I wanted to make sure that I had 26 to 30 different washers. This allowed me to put one on the top, one on the bottom, also put the name of the device, and then also the pin on one of them as well. Included with this DIY project, I also had to get a stainless steel bolt, and you want to make sure that it fits all of your keys. So then after that, you want to get a nut. So that just goes on top and that closes like this. Now, how do we put the words into the metal? Well, you're going to pick up a metal press kit Now this is going to range from A to Z and then 1 to 9. From there, you can put down your numbers and also your letters individually. You're also going to need a heavy hammer. So I used one that was broken, and this did take a long time, but I enjoyed it. I'm obsessed with cryptocurrencies, learning all about it. So that's what I did. I took my time and I stamped every single one and created all of my words. And the beautiful thing about this as well is that you can put a number on each one. So even if, for example, you drop this and things go out of place, I highly recommend that for each washer, each layer that you create, that you put the corresponding number on it as well. Now you could also stamp it on the back. I just don't think that looks good. So for example, say I have my 7th or 8th coin, I have number 7 or 8, and then I write down my word. So in the case of a fire, in the case of water, corrosion, and also I think that most people just looking at this won't think to steal it. They probably won't even know what it is. So it kind of gives me more confidence in case I lose one of my hardware devices. If I have an issue, all I have to do is grab this, buy another ledger or Trezor, whatever the device is, go to my recovery seed, and then I can recover my cryptocurrency wallet. So that's what it's all about. What I would do differently maybe is just buy one. But if I wanted to do a fun project and if I really wanted to keep the budget down, you could do this for around $30 to $60 USD. Again, I did do this on a farm and I did have the proper equipment. So that's a big part of it. Just the metal, now just the stainless steel itself, it's around $1 a piece. So that's something to keep in mind as well. That's all we have for you in this video. We will see you in the next one. Welcome to this video. What we're going to do now is talk about a couple of different options that you have. So we've gone over the full breakdown of creating your own crypto steel wallet. Again, you want to use stainless steel, as most house fires will be at about 150 to 200 degrees. This will protect you more than enough. And again, if we look here, we could even zoom in. You can see that even with flames put onto the crypto steel, you can still make out which words are there. So obviously we're not going to be revealing the words, as this is for my ledger that I'm going to be using. I don't want to expose those words. So if you compare that to a piece of paper, which I have on my desk, I just took a photo of it, this could easily get water damage. It could get torn apart. You could lose it very easily. It could literally get blown away in the wind. So this is where most people are backing up their phrase in a book, on a piece of paper, and it's not a good option. So if we turn our attention to the left side of the screen, we have a crypto steel capsule solo, and I don't own one of these, but I've heard good things about them. I really do like the method that we're using. It's pretty cost effective. Since I've made 3 or 4 of these, I know that it takes a long time to do this properly. And if you don't have the equipment, I recommend just buying one. And I'm going to show you 2 options. Number 1, I do like the crypto steel, and there's a couple things I don't like about it too much, and we'll go over it. But again, you could do up to a 24-word recovery phrase, which most recovery phrases won't exceed that. It's usually 12, 16 for Cardano, and then 24 for your hardware wallets. This is what it looks like on the inside, and I want to talk about the pros and cons. Number 1, I know it's built well. I've seen reviews on YouTube, so it's a big sheet of metal. It looks good, and most people looking at it, they won't know what it is. Similar to the one that I designed, I don't think anybody's gonna look at that and really know what to do with it, let alone think that that's a way to get access to cryptos. So the design's nice, it's engineered well. The only thing I don't like really is that what if you accidentally drop it and then your letters come out? Because if you look at the design, you take individual letters and then you form your words in order inside of the shell. You probably would take your time when recovering your phrase. Now, if you were to drop it, I think you would have a couple of issues there. So basically, you would lay out your 12 or 24 word recovery phrase, and you would just build each word. Again, if you drop it, I think you would be out of luck if that's the only thing that you had recovering your phrase. So even if this comes apart and you mix your words up, it's fine because you have a number corresponding to each word. Whereas with the crypto steal, I don't know if that would be the best case scenario if you dropped it. In terms of your time, if you can afford it, just buy one. So I've gone through many different types of recovery seeds. I like the billfold. This one's pretty cool. Even has kind of the word HODL in there. And even if we look here, it's fireproof, waterproof, shockproof, which I think it's fine if you shock paper. It's got a lot of capabilities that a paper wallet does not have. Again, we are going from a piece of paper to this, you know? Not only that, but you can also kind of hide your words, whereas this is exposing your words. Again, I do have 3 of these for each of my hardware wallets. So just want to go over those. Again, if you want, you know how to create and make one of these. You have to use stainless steel, and you have to make sure that you stamp in the letters really well. So that's all we have for you in this video. We will see you in the next one. That brings us to the end of day 5. I hope you enjoyed that video. I highly recommend, if you have a lot into crypto, that you purchase a metal recovery seed. That will be your best option, or you can create one like we did in this section. Your recovery seed is your last line of defense when it comes to protecting your cryptos. That's all we have for you. We will see you in the next day.